So, as we have been discussing with respect to the tools of Python programming. So, firstly, as I said on, we'll be using with the tool of Anaconda tool, and also other tool is Python IDE. Okay, so apart of these two tools, we have some other tools also. Either we can run Python programming. So one is of PyCharm. Okay, PyCharm, Jet means PyCharm. So that is one more tool we have. And even in the Power BI, Microsoft Power BI, we can run Python scripting. Okay, we can run the Python scripting, and we can develop the visualizations by using with that Power BI also. Okay, so to check on with the Anaconda. Okay, Anaconda 3. So from the Anaconda, we have a different sets of supporting tools within the Anaconda also. So I'll be discussing the Python programming based on Jupyter Notebook. Okay, Jupyter Notebook. So after initializing with Anaconda 3, so it is predefinedly, it is going to select for Anaconda Notebook also initialized within your system. Okay, so for that case, I'll be selecting through the start menu, I'll be selecting for Jupyter Notebook. Okay, Jupyter Notebook. And here, it takes some more time to open. And before that, so while the Jupyter Notebook is in a run mode option, so no need to close this command prompt window. Okay, the Jupyter Notebook command prompt window will be in an open mode itself. Okay, it should be minimized, that's it. You should not close it. If you close this, what happens? It is not able to run that respective Jupyter Notebook tab. Okay. So to check on to run this Jupyter Notebook. So basically, this Jupyter Notebook will be operating based on the server itself. Okay, one of the host ID. Okay, individual host ID. So for that case, so this Jupyter Notebook will be able to run in an one of the web browser. Okay, you can see now the Jupyter Notebook Jupyter is going to open now. So here you can see this HTTP localhost 8888. So this is going to use for to open the respective Jupyter Notebook. Okay, now you can see this. So I just copied this localhost 8888. Okay, this URL, I've copied this URL and pasted in the one of the web browser. Okay, that means what? So this command prompt is going to support for support that respective browser to operate the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, Jupyter Notebook. So I just copied this once again. I can be clear. I just copied once after running this Jupyter notebook from the start command window. Okay. So I've selected from the Jupyter notebook from the start window. And after selecting this, it takes some time to open the command prompt window. And after opening with the command prompt window, it runs with the respective libraries. From the libraries, it is going to open through the local host. Okay, local host with 8888. So even in the other browser also, you can check on this. Okay. So it asks with the token. So basically what we have to do, we just need to go with the token, or also we can copy this URL. Okay, copy this and paste in this. So it opens with respective Jupyter notebook. Okay. Okay, is this clear? Is this visible for you? As the share option is visible or not? Can you reply me? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible, right? Okay. So, okay. So here we are with the Jupyter notebook. So once after opening with the Jupyter notebook, so you can see n number of files within this Jupyter notebook. So where it has to be located in the sense. So now we are going to set with the path. Okay. So based on the path, you can set where you want to run your scripting, where you want to run your programs, where you want to execute your programs or visualization graphs. All the things can be checked through one of the path. So for that case, I'll be selecting through the desktop. Okay. So you can see here all the terms, what you have within your system, all the documents will be displayed within this, all the files. Okay. All the files. So within this, I'll be selecting a desktop. Okay. So now, so that what happened, you can locate your folder. Okay. You can create a folder and you can set a path for execution of commands and everything for the Python. Okay, for that case, I have just selected a desktop. Okay, previously it is in a system mode, file system mode. From that, I have selected a desktop. Okay, after selecting with the desktop, it displays all the files present in the desktop here. Okay, all these are the files present in the desktop. And within this desktop, I need to create a folder, right? So I can come to the right side of this tab. Okay, right side, you can see here files, running, clusters, and at the right side, you have upload new. Okay, when you click on new, you can see Python 3 text file folder terminal. And for refresh option, you have a refresh option. Okay, and you at the top end, you can see here quit and log out. Okay, if you want to quit it, you can quit it, or you can log out by selecting on with the log out option. Okay, so, and you can at the below end, you can see the names sort by name or last modified time or based on the size. You can sort it. Okay, you can sort the data. And before this, I need to create a folder, right? So I'll be selecting with new. Okay, new. I'll be selecting with folder. So within of these all the options, I'll be selecting with folder. Okay, once you select on with the folder, it is going to be creating with an untilled folder. Okay, untilled folder. So if you want to check this untilled folder is created or not. Okay. If you want to check this untilled folder is created or not. Okay, created or not, you can see in the desktop of your system. by minimizing all these concepts. Okay, here it is, the until the folder. Okay, until the folder, which is said to be empty folder, is created. Okay. You can check on with this at the desktop. Okay, on the desktop, I have a folder which is said to be until the folder is created with the empty document. Okay, empty documents are present in the folder. And now, and here, so after selecting with this until the folder, okay, open this until folder. Okay, open that until folder. Or if you want to rename this until folder, come back to the desktop, select this until the folder. Okay, select on. You can see here selections options are present here. Okay, select this until folder and rename it. Okay, rename it. So I'll be renaming this as IoT BIA class. Okay, IoT BIA class. So now this folder is going to be changed with the name of IoT BIA class. So you can see here it is created with a renamed with a folder. Okay, now you can open this IoT BIA class. Okay, open that IoT BIA class. And now if you want to select a text file within this IoT BIA class, I'll be selecting with the text file. From the new, I'll be selecting with the text file. Okay, within the same tab, within the additional tab, it is going to open a text file over here. Okay, a text file is opened at this document. You can fill the document BIA class. Okay, time with some. Okay, all the thing you can type the data and you can save this file. Okay, with the save of the extension, you can save this file as save. Okay, you can save this. Once if you save this, what happen? It is going to be saved as an until the dot text. Okay, if you want to rename this, click on this directly. Okay, if you want to rename that until the dot text with some extension, so if I want to create this as a p1 dot py, okay, that is what program 1 dot py, in the sense Python extension. Okay, Python program py. So I'll be saving this. Okay, so it is going to change that text file name. Okay, p1 dot py. A Python extension is going to be changed over there. And same thing if you want to close this. Okay, come back to the tab and you can close it. Okay, so that you can see here where the file is created within this IoT BIA class. Okay, the Python file is created. And now, when you come to this new, here you have an other things. One is of Python 3 and terminal. Okay, when I select on with the Python 3, okay, now it is going to open an Python 3 setup, which is going to run within a Jupyter notebook. Okay, we are able to run a Python IDE by using with this Jupyter notebook. Okay, Jupyter notebook. So now here, and by selecting with the Python 3, okay, the compiler, it is going to select with the Python 3 compiler. Okay, Python 3 compiler. And here you can see here with file menu tab with file, new notebook, Python 3. If you want to create a new notebook by using with the Python 3, you can select it, new notebook. Open, in the sense if you want to open the new notebook by using with the Python 3, which is saved previously, you can open it. Make a copy, in the sense you can create additional content of this notebook copy can be created. Save as, in the sense if you want to save with some other extensions or some other file name, that can be saved over there, saved as over there. Rename, in the sense if you want to rename this file, okay, class 1, for example, the notebook name class 1, it can be created so that at the top and at the folder you can see the class 1 is created. Okay, class 1 is created. And when you come on with revert to checkpoints, if you want to revert the content, the checkpoints with respect to the date or with respect to the time, it is reverted. It is going to revert back to that same scripting for the notebook. Okay, print preview in the sense you can see preview option. What you have taken a code, what you have written as a program code and everything, it can be seen as a print preview option. Okay, and download, if you want to download the respective files, what you have written in the programming way or what you have written the syntaxes and everything, it can be downloaded with all these extensions. That is what you can see notebook, okay, or Python extension .py or HTML extension .html, reveal JS slides as HTML, markdown, reset, latex or PDF or ASCII doc, on the different types of extensions we have over here. Okay, you can see here n number of extensions are present within this download as. Okay, if you want to download this respective notebook, you can download in the respective text, respective format. And next one, close and halt. In the sense, if you want to close this notebook, you'll be selecting with the close and halt operation. Edit. So if you want to cut the cell or copy the cell, so this is a cell here. Okay, you can see here, this is a cell. Okay, once if you have a cell, you can check on whether n number of cells here. Okay, n number of cells are created. If you want to copy this cell or cut the cell in the sense that is going to cut that cell. As the same way, once again, cut the cell in the sense that is going to cut it, or copy the cell in the sense that is going to copy it. Okay, copy it. Or paste the cell above in the sense that is going to paste the cell above, or paste the cell below in the sense it pastes that below. Okay, delete the cell, it is going to delete that cell. Okay, delete that cell. Or if you want to undo delete option, previous deleted should be regained as a back cell, so it can be done over that. Split cell in the sense if you want to split the cells, it can be splitted. Okay, if you want to merge cell above, it is going to be merged. Okay, or if you want to merge cell below, it is going to merge below option. Move up or move down, cell up or cell down options. Edit notebook. Okay, metadata. And file and replace options, cut and copy cell attachments. All these can be done in the edit option itself. Okay, view in the sense toggle header. Okay, toggle header is not displaying. Okay, again it is displaying. Okay, toggle toolbar, if you want to display or not to display, you can see of this. So nothing but tools. What were the tools should be enabled or disabled, that can be verified over there. Okay, next one comes out with insert. Okay, insert cell above or insert cell below. Okay, insert cell above and insert cell below. So in these two options, so if you want to insert the cell above or insert the cell below, it can be seen over here. Okay. Next one, cell. Cell in the sense if you want to run the cell. For example, I have written here ADSF, right? If you want to run it, it is going to run and give some output. Okay, if there is any error or if the result is going to be displayed, it can display over here. See, for example, if I write E equals to 10, okay, it should be displayed, right? It displays by having a run option. Sorry. Okay, so I have not given any print option over there. It just gives that option. For example, if I write print A, BC, or sorry, print BIA class. Okay, print BIA class, and I'll be selecting for run option. It is going to give an output, right? So it is going to give an output. So here, one more thing in the sense, when you are going to get any output or writing any content, in the cell. So within this cell option. So it should be, if the print option you are writing, in the sense it should be within the quotations. Okay, within the quotation should be written over there. Okay. As the same way, you can use double quotations also. Okay, double quotations also can be used over there. Double quotations with class started. Okay, class started or something. So if you want, if you run this, it gives an output. Okay, so here case sensitive, nothing bothers of capital or lower. Okay, capital or lower. So this is one thing we can see in the cells. Run the cell selected above or below, or insert or run all, run above, run below, cell type, core. Yeah, cell type I'll be saying this. Current output, toggle or toggle scrolling, all the outputs. So I can see all these things which can be done in the cell option itself. Kernel, in the sense, if it is not going to, kernel in the sense it is an interactive mode basically within an IDE compiler to the notebook. That is what the browser compiler. Why? Because it is operated based on the server itself, right? So here we are going to use either one of the server host with an ID of 8888, right? So when we are going to run within this host ID, what happened? This supporting of Python 3 should be having an service to this host ID. So for that case, we have one kernel. So if you are not going to get any output, what happen? You can select on with the kernel, restart the kernel. Okay, you can select on with the restart kernel so that it refreshes the reverts the content and starts like the execution of the Python programming. So for that case, we have one kernel. Okay, kernel services. Okay. Next one, widget. Save the notebook widget state or clear the notebook widget state, or help. If you want to require any help option, that can be checked over here. Okay. So, and the below options, we have one save and checkpoint, insert cell below, cut or copy or paste cell below. So these are all the tools over here. Run option, revert option, restart option. And one more important thing here in the tab is code. We have options here, tab options with code, markdown, raw NB converter, and heading. Okay. So the first one, code, if it is selected, if the tab is selected with the code, in the sense it is going to run the Python 3. Okay, this is the code. That is what, for example, if I write here print, okay, print with some slash symbol. Okay, with some this should be printed, right? So for this type of operations, I'll be selecting with code option. Okay, there's an error basically. Okay, there's an error. Why? Because this special symbols cannot be executed here. Okay, if I write this and run by using with a selection of code over here. Okay, now you can see we are getting some error. Okay, what is the reason? In the sense, I've given here print space. It should not be there. So print no space here. Okay, again I'll be running this. Yeah, once again some option. Yeah, so here we have some error. So for that case, I'll be going for kernel and restart. Okay, and run again. Yeah, I think some error over there. I think some kernel error, kernel problem. One second. Yeah, sorry. So here we have a capital letter. I'm sorry. That's the reason. Yeah, capital letter. That's the reason we are not getting. Yeah. Now you can see here print hello world in the sense I'm getting an hello world over there. Okay, this is when it is selected in the code mode. Okay, this is for code mode selection. If I select on with markdown, okay, markdown. So markdown in the sense, so that is going to select for markdown is in the sense it is for writing some data. Okay, something like if I write here with hash symbol, okay, writing some documentation. Markdown in the sense writing something like a documentation. If you want to write some comments or documentation should be written over there. Okay, some documentation should be written over there. In that cases, you'll be using with a markdown. Okay, so I have selected now with markdown. Okay, this is selected with markdown. This cell is selected with the markdown so that it is not going to show any input option now. Okay, within this cell, and I'll be writing now here with hash. Okay, so when I have a single hash, I can write with heading 1. Okay, heading 1. It is the font size is the font size is big now, right? If you want to decrease the font size, I'll be using a hash symbol more number of over there. You can see here the difference. When I have a 2 hash symbols as compared to the previous heading 1, it is very less. If I increase on this hash symbols more, the heading size will be decreased. Okay, if I increase on more again, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, if the hash symbols are with 6 over there, the heading size is very less over there. Okay, now see this in the documentation. If you want to prepare any documentation format, you can go on with this markdown selection. So now you can see this. When you go on with the run option, what happened? It gives an all the documentation. So previously that is in an code mode, and now this is in an markdown format. Okay, this is in a markdown format. You can see here. If it is selected here, this is in a code format. It is going to run. If you run that, it is in a code mode. Code mode. Okay. That is what the difference here. Code mode, markdown mode. Raw data in the sense, if you have a set of raw notebook data that can be converted over there. Headings in the sense, if you want to keep any heading, okay, heading data that can be kept over there. Okay. So you can select on with the headings option over there. Headings option within that selection. And now here we come on some basics of using with the print option. That is what by using with the string options. So what can be displayed and what can be seen by using with the print options. So string option, sorry. Okay. So basically, if you want to print any output, okay, print any output. So that can be done by using with a single quotations by writing with hello or some print option can be done. So for execution operation, you can select it for by using with the run option, or if you want to execute that particular cell, you can be selected by using with a shift option plus enter. Okay, you can select on keys with shift plus enter. Okay, when you select on with shift plus enter, it is going to run that cell. Okay, it is going to run that cell. As the same way, previously I've written with the example print. Okay, with the double quotations. Okay, with the double quotations with some data. Welcome to class BIA. Okay, So this is a one type of sort. We can write the data and run this. Okay, it displays welcome to class BIA. Or if you want to write in a different way, the same content. Okay, print with a single quotation of welcome. Okay, and this quotation, and I'll be taking one comma with some other name. Welcome myself, Rajesh. Okay, so when you write on with some name, what happened? It should be with again quotations itself. Okay, quotations itself, quotations to class. Okay, class instance again, it should be okay. So this can be run over there. So welcome Rajesh to class. So this can be written in a different sets of way. Okay, we can write the string statements in a different type of notations. Okay, or else you can split the data, split the give the some names over there. What it can be done in a different set of operations. And now, so if you want to add the cell, if you want to add the cell by using with the keys, okay, you can select on with the B option. Sorry. Okay, by selecting this at the front side of the tab of input line, okay, when it is in a blue indication over here, when you press on with the B key, okay, B for ball, when you press on with the B key, what happens? We can insert a cell. Okay, we can insert a cell. If you want to delete the cell, what happens? You can double click on with D. Okay, D for dog, where you can double click on the D, so that you can delete this cell. Okay, you can delete this cells. Okay, so these are the two keys. One is okay, one is for B is for create of cells or insert of cells. Okay, insert of cells. And one more D, if you press on D for 2 times, okay, 2 times, then you can delete this cell. Okay, delete this cell. So that is possible when the indication of this input line should be in a blue indication. Okay, so now I can delete the cell by using with double option of D. Okay, it is deleted. So this is a basic option how to insert the cell, delete the cell, and how to write the string operations by using all these steps here.